NBA2K16.
Undefeated, who could see him, who could beat him?
What's up, NBA fans? Dom2K on the mic, and it's about that time of the year. Time is just flying, and NBA 2K17 is less than 2 weeks from release for people who pre-ordered it, including myself. And I figured today was a good time to do the experiment I've actually been putting off for like a month now, and it's to find out who was the best basketball team in NBA 2K16. The experiment we're gonna do is we're gonna drop the best teams that 2K put in this game all into a My League and let them just duke it out through simulation and see who comes out on top, see who wins MVP, scoring leader, defensive player of the year, that type stuff. So let's jump right into the teams that I chose to play this scenario out, because obviously there's more than 30 teams that could qualify for this and not everybody made it. And since I did an association myself, I knew which teams to eliminate. I knew which ones weren't going to stand a chance. So starting in the East, we got the 84-85 Sixers with the older version of Dr. J and Moses Malone. That's definitely the better Sixers roster. Both Heat rosters are in this, the 12-13 Heat and the 06 Heat. Obviously, both historic rosters with very, very good players on them. I added both the Knicks rosters, both the Knicks Legends rosters. You have the one with Willis Reed and Walt Frazier, all the way to the one with Patrick Ewing. Of course, my team, the 08 Celtics with the Big Three. That's a very tough defensive team. That's one of the toughest teams I played all summer when I was doing the association, so they deserve a crack at this. The 89 and the 04 Pistons will be in there. Both of those Pistons rosters are really good. Although the 04 Pistons are missing Rasheed Wallace, I can't do anything about that. Rasheed won't be in 2K for whatever reason. He's still not in it this year for 2K17, so nothing I can do about that. The other two Celtic rosters, the 85-86 Celtics and the 64 Celtics, will both be in this. Those are also two awesome rosters. The 64 Celtics, they are deceptively good. You might think they're easy to beat, but you play against that team, they're A1. I actually met them in the playoffs with what I did. The 94 Magic with Penny and Shaq, of course they had to make it. 95-96 Chicago, how could you do a experiment of who the best team is without them in it? And by default, I had to put the champion Cavaliers in there. They won the championship this year, so they deserve the right to be here. And obviously I wasn't going to use the 07 Cavs because yeah, they probably wouldn't last a second with these rosters. So on to the West, we've got the 97-98 Spurs. They're worthy. That's not the one that won the championship, but whatever, they're here. The Mavericks, this is our goodbye to Steve Nash, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to be in the game next year since there is no Steve. They might keep him for Dirk, but if there's no Steve Nash, then I don't really know what the appeal is. The Supersonics obviously deserve to be here with Sean Kemp and Gary Payton. My boy T-Mac was my favorite player growing up. He's going to get a crack at it with Yao Ming. The San Antonio Spurs from today are going to stay there. The ones that won like 60 something games this year, they're going to be in this because they were probably the second best team aside from the Warriors, so they're definitely going to get a crack at it. You got the 90-91 Warriors along with the 98 Jazz. I'm keeping Oklahoma, so one last hurrah for Westbrook and Durant, because I played against them as well in the association. Very, very tough team to be, offensively potent as hell. The 93-94 Rockets, I did not want to put in here. They're kind of a waste in this game because, if you guys don't know, that's one of the lowest talented rosters to ever win a championship. Hakeem really did something there winning a championship with that roster, so he's going to be in there. I had no choice, really. The all three Laker rosters, so the 70-71 Lakers with Wilt Chamberlain, which he was averaging 20 points that year. He's probably going to win some award. I would assume like Defensive Player of the Year probably. The 86-87 Showtime Lakers are going to be here, along with the 01 Lakers, who dominated the playoffs like no other. The 04-05 Suns, who have no chance at winning a championship because they play no defense, so that's not going to happen. But they still are going to light teams up. They're a pretty fun team to have in this. And finally, the Golden State Warriors. Of course, they had to be here. Lost the championship by like 2 minutes. 2 minutes away from repeating and having the best season of all time. I could not go on with having that squad. So that's the teams that we're rolling with this experiment. Okay, and without further ado, all we're going to do is just simulate. So I'm going to head over to April and press simulate and see what happens. We're actually going to make, I'm not going to go to April. I'm sorry about that. We're going to simulate like to every 2 months. So from October That's at the end of October, so we're gonna say like to January 1st. We're gonna simulate just so we can kind of get like a midpoint glimpse of how teams are actually performing. I want to look at some stats, see if we can kind of see what 2K is thinking in that simulation and where they're going, see if we can make some estimates, and just check out how players are performing overall, because that's pretty fun. So okay, so we went ahead and made it to January 1st. So first we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at the standings and see how some of these teams are doing. And with no surprise, I would assume this is the 80 Lakers. These are the okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is Showtime Lakers. Just as you would think, the Showtime Lakers are leading so far. Look at this. Check it out. The Thunder have actually made second seed. They 4 games behind the Lakers. Then Golden State is 16-16. So no 73 wins for the Warriors this year. Obviously, that's already out of the window. If you just count to 8. So the Sonics right there are at the cutoff line so far. The Spurs still have time to ease their way in there. They're 2 games behind. I tend to think they will. I mean, they're definitely one of the better rosters. And the rest of it's kind of what you expect. I mean, Portland, Houston. I would expect T-Max Rockets to be a little bit higher, but they're not. They've only won 10 games. They didn't do good in my association I did over the summer either, so I'm not really surprised. You might be, but I'm not. And oh, here's surprise. Okay, here's a surprise. So Kareem's Bucks. I just did a video on Kareem. If you didn't check it out, it will explain why they're so damn good right here. You check out him and Oscar. Yeah, they were really damn good. And then the Sixers are right behind them. It's funny actually. Look at this. The East is actually tighter than the West, and it's a lot tighter. So so the Chicago Bulls, even with the record of 22-9, are still in the midpoint in the conference. Okay, so the Magic are 8 seed. The Magic are 8 seed, and this is really not even a tight one. It's funny because the actual race inside the conference is tight, but once you get to the 8 seed, it takes a significant drop off. Somehow the 08 Celtics aren't in this. I'm assuming this is the 12-13 Heat. Yeah, this is the 12-13 Heat who are behind, so they might not make the playoffs. And then the champion Cavaliers are doing horrible in this. They're 13-17. So we're going to go ahead and simulate the rest of this, and then we're going to take a look at everybody's stats and how they perform, because I don't want to make this so much longer than it needs to be. And we're going to go ahead and get, oh, check this out. Wilt the Stilt. He got so much disrespect from all the fans. Still gets disrespected today, but check this out. 22 points, pretty much 20 rebounds, 7 assists, 5.5 blocks, 57% field goal shooting. Yeah, that's an MVP year. There's no question about it. Tim Duncan, of course, nobody else was going to win Rookie of the Year over him. 6th Man of the Year, Nick Van Exel. He took home an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year award. And check it out. You got Wilt Chamberlain up here. You got Tim Duncan. And then there's Delly with the most improved player. I would assume that's by default. It looks like the Bucks got the first seed in the NBA. Yeah, because that's the only time that you get Coach of the Year is when you get first seed. Just checking out some of these all NBA first teams. Michael and Magic. No Larry Bird. That's pretty. It's 3 big men. That just shows you the contrast between today and yesterday's NBA, because when you put all these historic teams in here, you even have a big man at the small forward position. Check that out. So that's pretty interesting. Larry Bird got the second team. And this doesn't tell us so much. So what we're going to do is just go look at the stats. I don't know if they're right. Okay, so Houston made the playoffs. That's cool. And they actually made it as a 4th seed. How did that end up happening? Okay, we made it as a 4th seed. Wow, that's weird. So let's just look at stats first, because I want to see how these players, or these teams actually, the players, how they perform. So look at the top 8 scoring. I wish it was top 10. Of course, who else? Michael just dominated. Could have easily had another MVP year. He averaged 36 points, 6 rebounds. My bad. 7 rebounds, actually. 5 assists, and they got the blocks here. Probably has some crazy field goal percentage. Yeah, 55. So he just absolutely killed it. Moses is up there. Shaq. Like I said, it's a league of big men. Look at this. After Michael and Larry, it's all big men right here, besides Magic Johnson. So they did awesome. This is pretty cool. This is different from what happened in my association. Steph Curry's scoring went way down. Looks like he struggled some here with the defense of some guards like Gary Payton. What was his percentages like? 50% field goal shooting, 45% on the 3. So yeah, his if you look at what he actually averaged, which I don't think they have it here. I'm just checking. Okay, you know, whatever, never mind. So that's for point guards. Shooting guards, Kobe Bryant came in 3rd, right behind Sam Jones. Sam Jones is really good in this game. T-Mac didn't get more than Rip. That's pretty weird. I'm concerned, actually, did the Warriors end up making the playoffs, or did they fall out? Let's go look at that. I'm just gonna put this screen up. You can pause the video if you want to look at some more of these averages. LeBron James had a probably his worst year since his rookie year. 21 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Don't hold me to that. Don't hold me to that. I don't know. That's just something I said off impulse. But I know his worst scoring year probably since his rookie year, more than likely. And then LeBron on the Heat did worse than LeBron on the Cavs. How the hell did that happen? This LeBron, and in no world with the 2013, this is the 2013 LeBron, correct? Am I correct about that? I'm thinking that this is the 2013 LeBron. There is no world in which he would have only averaged 20 points. I'm sorry. There's no way that would have happened. That's absurd. All right, so yeah, you can just pause if you want to see how these guys did. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check out the standings. And you have the Lakers, of course. Showtime finished first. The 04 Suns got second seed. Wow, okay. Looks like this, okay, this is Wilt's Lakers. They got third. Houston came 40. Wow, they surprised me. I'm not going to lie. I thought they weren't going to even make the playoffs. And Golden State did not make the playoffs. So the 73-win Warriors don't even pop up on 2K's radar. When you put them in an association with all these other teams, they don't make it. And neither do the 01 Lakers. Bullshit, 2K. Whatever. You know, this is what you expect. Like I said, take it all with a grain of salt. These Spurs went 32-50. And on this side, we got the 95-96 Bulls. They ended up being first. So that's weird that the Bucks coach got Rookie of the Year because the Bulls finished first. That's usually like rule of thumb. They end up with the Coach of the Year. Yeah, wow. I can't explain that one. I'm assuming this is the 60. Yeah, this is the 60 Celtics. And okay, so neither of the Knicks rosters made it. Boston didn't make it. The 2013 Heat didn't make it. The champion Cavaliers didn't make it. Alright, 2K, whatever. It's just a simulation. Just a simulation. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and simulate by the round here and just see what happens. And we're going to, I can already tell you it's probably going to be just my prediction before we start. I think it's going to be the 96 Bulls. I'm pretty sure that's who's going to end up winning it because 2K definitely praises them along with the rest of the world. So we're going to simulate the round and yeah, it's going to tell me all these teams got eliminated. Oh, check it out. Houston actually won their first playoff matchup. Okay, so 96 Bulls are going to be playing against Detroit. Boston and the Magic are going to be playing against each other. The Warriors got eliminated here. And the Thunder eliminated Wilt's Lakers. Wow. That'd be pretty cool to see what a Thunder Showtime Lakers series would look like. Because I'm pretty sure Houston isn't going to beat the Showtime Lakers. So moving right along, let's simulate this round. The 96 Bulls got eliminated. Wow, they got swept. Wow, check this one out. The 96 Bulls were swept by the bad boy Pistons. Unbelievable. It's like 2K knows that they were rivals and that Jordan couldn't beat them for a damn long time. And then you get this 4-game sweep and the 6 points. They blew them out that game, 1-1 that game, and blew them out that game. They were not even a match. So oh, that's pretty incredible. That's not what I was expecting. Because in what I did this summer, the Pistons, I don't even know if they made the playoffs or not. As a matter of fact, they didn't make the playoffs. And no surprises here. If you played against the 65 Boston Celtics, you know just how damn good they are in this game. So no surprises there. And it looks like it's going to be Showtime in Boston. That's my prediction now. I had to adjust. I did not see them getting swept though. That totally caught me off guard. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this round, and we are ending up, there we go, 7-game series, just like I said. So we're going to get our historic LA and Boston matchup. Boston just barely beat the 89 Detroit Pistons. Wow, I'm pretty surprised. This definitely took me off, not off script because I'm not reading a script, but it just kind of confused me. I didn't expect some of this to happen. And this 86 Lakers team just skated by the Thunder, just barely got by the Thunder. At least in the series, because it was a 7-game series. A lot of these look like they were blowouts, but alright, so the best team in 2K, according to 2K, is going to come down to the Showtime Lakers and the 65 Celtics. And the 87 Lakers, I meant to say that before I started, they were the toughest team I played in 2K this year. Like I said, I did my own association with all these historic teams together. And the toughest guys I had to play, guarding Kareem and Magic in 2K, it's unbelievable. I don't know if anybody ever did that because people aren't really interested in the historic teams, it seems like, just playing games against them. But man, that guarding those two on the same floor, that was a nightmare. So let's go ahead and simulate one game at a time and see what happens. So Boston takes the first game. And this is Bill Russell's Celtics, by the way. I don't think I needed to say that. Their records were almost identical. Check that out. Boston takes the second game. Is Showtime even going to get a game? Okay, there we go. They got game 3. Okay, tie series. Game 5 is usually pivotal in the finals, and it goes to Showtime. It looks like they're gonna take it, and Showtime takes it. Yep, they got it. They got the that's what 2K thinks. 2K thinks that Showtime Lakers are the best team in 2K, and I tend to agree with them. Like I said, I played against all these teams in an association. I played them multiple times. Some of them I met in the playoffs that I didn't get to finish, sadly, but the one team that was so hard to beat were these Lakers. They were just Magic Johnson. I bet you they did damage. Look at that, 32, 6, and 5, and 4. The hardest part about guarding Magic Johnson in this game was how tall he was, dealing with his height and the fact that he could do everything. He played like the best comparison I have for how he played when I matched up against them. It was like playing against LeBron James in 2K, and that they both did everything. About the only thing Magic really couldn't do was shoot that well, and that's from the perimeter. He could still knock down some mid-range in this game. But then you had to guard Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as well. You had shooters and Michael Cooper and Byron Scott. It was a nightmare to deal with Showtime. I know 2K17 isn't going to feature any new teams or Steve Nash, it looks like, but I really hope they don't take Showtime out. And if you've never gotten to play against Showtime, I recommend that you do, because they were a lot of fun. So let's just go ahead and see who got the Finals MVP, if it's gonna tell us. Yep, and of course, no surprises there. 27 points a game, 8 rebounds a game, 9 assists a game. If you round those up, that actually goes to 9 and 10. So he almost averaged a triple-double. And like I said, no surprises for me. When I played against them, Magic could do absolutely everything. So that's the experiment. That was the video, just to see who 2K thought the best team in their game was. I tend to agree with the result. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. I don't know if any of you guys have played like maybe online or just against the computer with some of these teams, but I want to know what you think of who was the hardest team you had to play against this year in terms of historic teams or just teams in general. There will be no question next year. It's obviously going to be the 17 Warriors, but until we get there, this is what we got. So I'm Dom2K. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.